camp. You ready to get back to it?
Yes, sir. I'm very excited, man, to see all the work we've been putting in during spring and summer, man. It's always a great time to build camaraderie and connection with the team, so I'm very excited for sure.
Kirby mentioned the defense not having complacency because there's a lot of guys at the weird place, that kind of stuff. You were a guy that was obviously here last year. How do you kind of fight off that kind of thing for yourself and for some of the new guys that are stepping up?
The main way I fight it off is because I know the work that it took for us to get there last year, and we're going to have to put that same amount of work in this year to get back to where we want to be. It's not just going to be handed to us. And Coach Smart does a great job of preaching, not staying complacent, not being complacent. I think when our team is either get better or worse. We want to choose the better of the two and choose to be better every day. So that's only going to come with hard work.
When you say you know the work it takes, is there anything like from training camp last year, just like, oh, we did it this way, we need to do it again, or is it just kind of fresh start this year?
It's a fresh start, but we have a routine and it's pretty consistent. It's all about basically the team and the mindset that we attack it with. So that's the main part. You got to have the right mindset when attacking what the coaches present for you, because they got the plan for us. As long as we carry it out, we'll be all right.
What do you remember about your first day of fall camp as a freshman? How much of a element of feeling like you got thrown in the deep end of the pool is there for these first-time guys?
The main thing I remember is being severely tired. I didn't recognize the importance of sleep, nutrition, and hydration and things like that. That's really important once you get into these days in camp. So that's one of the main things I remember. I was very tired, but as you go on throughout the years, you recognize the importance of certain things, and you get your routine down. You know what works best for you, and then it gets a little bit easier every year. Never easy at all, but it gets a little bit easier as you go throughout the years. So.
Sort of to that point, what is the feeling like for you going in now that you've been through a few of these fall camps?
Definitely a lot more prepared, but I'm taking on a different role than more previous years than when I first got here. Last year and this year, trying to be more of a leader and trying to pull those young guys up, because like I said, they're gonna struggle like I did when I first got here. And you don't really know what to expect unless you're really in it. So once you finally get in it, them guys will be prepared, and they'll get to know what carries them throughout the process. So.
Kirby Smart praised you as a leader. What does your style of leadership look like?
Well, I like to lead by example, but I'm also a little vocal, not in terms of just yelling, but I bring a lot of energy, especially on the practice field. A lot of times I talk to the offense and things like that. We go back and forth, but that builds that team camaraderie and that connection, that competitive toughness that we have within our team, and that's what we all about. So.
You mentioned the young guys, Malachi and Ja'Cory. What are you sort of seeing out of them, especially now that they've been here for the offseason?
They are tremendously physically gifted. Malachi and Ja'Cory, we played basketball one time, and those guys look like NBA players almost. And they're picking up really well on the defense and things like that. They come along really well. They ask a lot of questions from me. Malachi and Ja'Cory, they have about 5-6 questions after each practice for me. I always take the time to answer those things for them because I want them to get better. So.
What's the key to picking it up as a back-end guy, safety like yourself, for young guys? What keys do they have to get before they can go out there?
Yeah, well, number one, it takes a lot of studying and film and understanding how offenses are trying to attack us. That's one of the main keys to get to know a lot better in the back end. You definitely got to take a lot of recovery, a lot of rest, and take time out with the coaches when you don't know something. Ask questions. That's one of the main keys to be able to improve on defenses. I feel like we don't know certain things. Take the time to learn it, and then when you come out on the field next time, take the time to execute it. You'll be all right.
Lewis's game, do you think you guys will miss the most? Having Lewis out there, what do you need to replace the most from what he brought last year?
Obviously, Lewis was a tremendous talent for us, very big hitter, very sound when it comes to the game plan and things like that. So those are some of the things we're going to have to replace, and we got the guys to do it. So.
Kirby said that Smart is one of the best athletes he's ever seen, or something like that.
Yeah.
So your eyes get big. From a safety's perspective, what does that look like as a guy that's on the field with him, and what does he bring about?
He's very prototypical of the kind of guys that Coach Schumann liked. Very sideline guys, very smart, very strong. And can pick up on the playbook very well. So, yeah, I agree with Coach Smart. Definitely physically gifted.
Is there a play this spring, maybe? Well, this guy's he's different. He's got this athletic.
Yeah, not nothing specifically, but I just seen plenty of times Smile just come. I'll be running, Smile just fly across my face, and make a play. But like I said, pretty consistent. Channing, Quay, N'Kobe, Jamar, all those guys can do those things. So.
What's it like to be without all those guys that went to the NFL? I mean, you obviously got talented guys coming in to replace them, but is it Is it still kind of strange when, I mean, that much talent is gone high in the NFL draft?
I wouldn't say strange, but definitely different because those are the guys that I came in with, the guys that I came up with. So it's definitely different, but not strange at all. You know, I got that same kind of connection I have with those guys, with these guys. And, you know, this is what training camp is all about, man. Putting our game plan together, figure out what we're good at, and we're going to go out there and execute.
I've seen people on the outside would say, there's no way this defense can be as good without those guys. I guess the guys like you that are here would beg to disagree with that?
Yeah, definitely. You know, like I said, it's going to take a lot of work. And we're going to put in the same work that we put in last year. You know, we can only go out there and do our best and put our best foot forward on the field, and we'll see what happens.
Kirby mentioned that you're someone who plays bigger than you are. What is that sort of mindset to play that way sort of comes from for you?
Like I say, just, you know, having to play bigger than you are. You know, in the ACC, you got to face a lot of big people. You know, in terms of O-line, receivers, quarterbacks, all those things. So, you know, I bring a lot of energy to the game. Hit the weight room a lot. You know, I'm a lot stronger than I appear, and things like that. So.
What's the healthy Tyke Smith going to bring to the secondary?
He's gonna bring a lot of energy and juice to us. You know, he's gonna bring a lot of competition into the room. And Tyke is a very down to earth person. And he knows what it takes to win. So.
What have you seen from Tyke just in the lead up to camp?
Same thing from all the guys. You know, a lot of guys have been putting a lot of hard work. You know, I just can't wait to go out there today and see how that looks for us. So.
What about Dan Jackson?
Dan, you know, Dirty Dan, you know, always getting down and dirty. So, yeah, same thing. You know, he's just putting in a lot of work. You know, me and Dan have a great friendship, a great amount of respect and competitive toughness for each other. So.
As a whole, what have you kind of seen from your defense coming from G-Day, some of the workouts, but as a whole, what kind of have you seen?
The main thing is the willingness to learn and the willingness to know where we need to improve as a whole. You know, like I said, in terms of the kind of guys that we recruit, we always recruit tough guys, very competitive guys, very physically talented guys. So that's one of the main things I grab from my defense.
We saw the photo of the Buzz Cut boys. Are you in a group, or do you have a group that you're doing something with?
Yeah, I'm the Twist boys, man. That's all I had, Twist. But the Buzz Cut boys, man, that was crazy, man. They was all in there cutting their hair together and stuff, and you know, they all got new looks, and I like it, man. Especially Stetson, he got the fade going and everything. So
you know who cut his hair? You know who cut his hair?
Oh no, I do not. But it was a couple guys in there cutting and stuff like that. So, you know, I think it's great to get excited for camp and things like that. And it's going to bring those guys together for sure.
And you said the Twist boys? Who came up with that?
Yeah, no, I just came with it recently. So everybody on the team got Twist. We're the Twist boys now. So.
What do you really think, though, about their buzz cuts?
I like it.
You do like it?
Yes, I like it. Because it's just a new look for those guys. You know, we don't usually see those guys with low cuts and things like that. So it's a good switch up for those guys. And I hope it gives them some powers or something.
How many of them have that?
I'm not sure. It's quite a good amount. There's quite a good amount of them. So I'll say around 6 or 8. Yeah.
What kind of stuff have you taken from Coach Mustang? Sort of the lessons going into this year.
Coach Mustang is one of the most wise coaches that I've ever had. And the way that he just attacks every day, he attacks every day with the same amount of energy. And, you know, that rubs off on our defense, me included. And, you know, I pick up on a lot of wisdom from him, because, you know, he's been in this game for a long time, coached a lot of great players, and I'll be wrong not to listen to him. And, you know, every time I have listened to him, it's worked out pretty well. So, you know, I love Coach Mustang.
Let's take 2 more questions.
Best coaches I ever had. Sure.
Was there a notable difference or change when he joined the staff? When you look back on a big picture?
Definitely. In terms of, like I said, he brings a lot of energy and a wisdom to our program. You know, that's always something you can take in and add to your program for sure. So, definitely. I love Coach Mustang.
What are you most excited for going into the season?
I'm most excited to get another shot to go back at a national championship, and you know, that's always our goal here, and that's what we want to achieve, and we're gonna do everything possible to get there. So,
thanks everybody. Thanks.
Appreciate you.